Hello YouTube! We are on the Real Programming channel. It is about HTML and CSS. My name is Andrei. This is our 42nd lesson. I greet you, we will talk about it, and if we still don't have a clear winner. Let's go! So, if you had an element that belonged only to green.ts class, there would be an obvious winner. The p-green.ts selector is the most specific, so the text would be green. But you have an element that belongs to all three classes, green.ts, raspberry and blueberry. So p-green.ts, p-raspberry and p-blueberry all select the element and are of equal specificity. What do you do now? You choose the one that is listed last in the CSS file. If you can't resolve a conflict because two selectors are equally specific, you use the ordering of the rules in your style sheets file, that is, you use the rule listed last in the CSS file nearest the bottom. And in this case, that would be the p-blueberry rule. Exercise. In your Elixir.html file, change the green.ts paragraph to include all the classes, like this. Next exercise, who gets the inheritance? Sniff, the body element has gone through that great browsers in the sky, but he left behind a lot of descendants and the big inheritance of color green. Below you find his family tree. Mark all the descendants that inherit the body element's color green. Don't forget to look at the CSS below first. Here is the CSS. They use this to determine which of the above elements hit the jackpot and get the green color. Next exercise, be the browser. Below you'll find the CSS file style CSS with some errors in it. Your job is to play like you're the browser and locate all the errors. After you've done the exercise, you look at the end of this channel, next maybe, to see if you caught all the errors. If you have errors in your CSS, usually what happens is all the rules below there are ignored. So get in the habit of looking for errors now by doing this exercise. The file style CSS. The exercise got me thinking, is there a way to validate CSS like there is with HTML? Of course, those W3C boys and girls aren't just sitting around on their butts, they've been working hard. You can find their CSS validator here on this link. And type that URL in your browsers and we think you'll feel quite at home when you get there. You are going to find a validator that works almost exactly like the HTML validator. To use the CSS version, just point the validator to your CSS URL. Upload the file with your CSS in it first tab, or just paste it into the form second tab and submit. You shouldn't encounter any big surprises like needing doc types or character encodings with CSS. Go ahead, give it a try, like we're not going to make you do it on the next page. Anyway, making sure the long CSS validates. Before you wrap up this chapter, wouldn't you feel a lot better if all the head first long CSS validate? Sure you would. Whichever method you want to get your CSS to the W3C. If you have your CSS on the server, type your URL into a form, otherwise either upload your CSS file or just copy and paste the CSS into the form. If you upload, make sure you're directing the form to your CSS file, not your HTML file. Once you've done that, click on check. If your CSS didn't validate, check it with the CSS a few pages back and you'll find any small mistakes you made, then resubmit. Yeah, our CSS validates as CSS 2.1. The validator hasn't upgraded to CSS 3 yet, but even it has, by the time you read this, it should still validate. Here's some icons you can put on your web page if you want to show off that your CSS validates. You can get similar icons for validate HTML2. Just like when you validate HTML correctly, you get the green badge of success. When you pass validation for your CSS, green is good. There are no doubt questions. Do I need to worry if I get warnings? Or do what they say? It's good to look them over, but you'll find some are more in the category of suggestions and then must do. The validator can err on the side of being a little anal, so just keep that in mind. And for last, property soup. Let's talk about text. First text, it's color. Use color to set the font color of text elements. And this property controls the weight of text used to make text bold. Font weight. Left. This is how you tell an element how to position its left side. This property sets the space between lines in a text element. Font size makes text bigger or smaller. Padding. If you need space between the edge of an element and its content, use padding. Border. Its property puts a border around an element. You can have a solid border, a ridge border, a dotted border. Background color. This property controls the background color of an element. Top. Controls the position of the top of the element. Text align. Use this property to align your text to the left, control, center or right. Letter spacing. This lets you set the spacing between letters like this. And font style. Use this property for italic or oblique text. List style. This property lets you change how list items look in a list. Background image. Use this property to put an image behind an element. CSS has a lot of style properties. You'll see quite a few of these in the rest of this book, but have a quick look now to get an idea of all the aspects of style you can control with CSS. It looks like you're getting the hang of this style stuff. We're looking forward to seeing what you come up with in the next couple of chapters. And bullet points and exercise HTML across. We will talk about this in the next lesson, and this is our 42nd lesson over. Thanks for watching, subscribe to my channel, please put likes, share with friends, comment, eat bananas, chocolate and nuts, drink more water for the effective work of our brains. Bye!